Here's the gym.
This is stunning. It's my first time. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is, it's really good, isn't it? There might be some players in here, or stretching or working out. Oh no.
Morning, Tom. Nothing to see here. Roll titles. Hello and welcome to another edition of Blue Rising. I'm Will Brazier.
I'm Richie Driss, and listen, I usually big things up maybe a little bit too much on the show. I get overexcited, but this is a monumental show in a monumental week for Birmingham City Football Club.
Yeah, well, I'll bring you back down to earth because joining us right from the start is our very own Tommy Mooney.
Yeah.
Tommy, you well?
Very well, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good,
Do you like your
good.
introduction?
Yeah, it's very good actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
And special guest in the studio with us for a first part of the show, bring that academy insight and the inside track on what it takes to come through the ranks at Blues. First team goalkeeper, Brad Mayo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Always at all.
Part of the Goalkeepers Union.
Yeah.
Let's get this out of the way early. Most difficult position on the football pitch?
As we were just saying, I think it is, but
Well, we know it is.
it's all
Goalkeeper.
about opinions, this game of football, isn't it, fellas?
Don't get him angry because he will start. Later, we'll also be joined by Malcolm Page, Birmingham City legend, to reflect back on the 150 years of this club and his amazing times here.
I already said what a monumental show it is. Not only that, we've got 3 very special films coming your way as well. The reveal of our brand new stadium, a moment of celebration with Jukey as one hero of our legend stained glass window, and news on Klarer's big announcement too. So let's start with this week's news.
Yes, so much news, none bigger than the stadium designs have finally been revealed for the Sports Quarter. We're recording this on Wednesday. It came out Thursday. We don't know what it looks like, but it will be amazing.
On Tuesday, the club announced a new contract for goalkeeper Ryan Alsop, securing his future. You can sit down and check out the chat that he had with our very own goalkeeping coach, Mike Taylor, which was recorded right here in this pod. It's on our YouTube channel.
Yes, the pen's been out, the signatures have been flown because our captain, Christoph Klarer, has signed a new deal until 2029. And in this show, Ellen went for a walk and talk with him, and that's coming very soon. You know I love the shop, Richie.
I do.
Get yourself down there. Exclusive discounts and some amazing merchandise for the 150th anniversary. I'll be in there. I might as well because I live in there.
You live in there?
Yeah, I do live in there. Right, let's take a closer look at the women's result. A fantastic 5-2 win over Portsmouth. Let's have a look at the highlights.
So Birmingham looking to go on the early attack. It's Lily Crosthwaite down the right-hand side, and she's in round the back here, cutting the ball back to Harrison Murray. And 26 seconds in, Birmingham City have the lead. Over the head of G, and Hornby picks out the top corner. 3 goals in a week for Meg Hornby. The high press has worked for Birmingham. Cornet feeds G, who threads the ball through. And Quinn makes it 2-1. Well, it had been coming for Birmingham City. Long ball forward again, and Harris has got to think about it. Jessie Gale's got in behind her. Gale has threaded the eye of the needle. For the second time in the game, Pompey have come from behind. Creates more space, more options up the pitch. Ocean Hurt gets the cross in, and Grace spilled it, and it's in! The patience has told for Birmingham City. Lily Crosthwaite with the first time volley. The straw that finally broke the camel's back. Pressure building and building and building. Lee Gun-min. Shot comes in, is looping it in! How has that crept under the crossbar? Chelsea Cornet with the Cornet curler. Cross comes in, it's a 5th goal for Birmingham City. And a first goal for a new club for Tegan McGowan.
Brad, obviously you work closely with the women's teams. What are your thoughts on the performances this season?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a very ambitious team, obviously. Unfortunately, they just fell short last year, and hopefully this year they can really push on and seal the deal and get promoted.
standards rising all over the place. And speaking of rising standards, this is, in case I hadn't already made it obvious enough, a historic week in the history of Birmingham City Football Club with the new stadium plans.
Yeah, you're about to see something we've not seen, especially me. I've been kept well away from it. But we've got this special event on Thursday evening to showcase the full glory of the new sports quarter plan, a shiny new stadium, all revealed. Let's take a look.
Fans of Birmingham City sing a certain song about keeping right on. Until you reach your happy abode, a place you call home. Right now, this patch of wasteland in the heart of our city doesn't feel like home. But we're going to dig deep, aim high, and change this city forever.
All kicking off behind the scenes.
Birmingham City have today announced ambitious plans to build a new stadium.
A monumental day for Blues.
Really exciting, isn't it?
Don't worry, Villa fans.
This isn't really going to happen.
An absolute pipe dream. Multi-billion-pound investment so they can host their auto windscreen game.
The city is ours. Everyone knows it.
Good to see you again. How are you? Yeah, good.
Okay, everyone, over you've gone quickly. We need to go over this now. This has got something to show you inside that's going to be really, really exciting. So, come on, let's go, quick as you can.
So is this the new stadium?
Yeah, they want you to see it.
Yeah, I've seen the designs already. You're in for a blast.
Some of the people here have seen it. We're going to unveil it to everyone on November 20th in Birmingham. Get ready for something incredibly special.
Right.
Wow.
Holy f***.
The directive from Tom Wagner was clear. It had to be four-sided, bold, and iconic. And compared to other stadiums, it had to be steeper, closer, and louder. We've never pushed the envelope like we have for this new stadium.
How many of you are Blues fans? How many of you aren't? That's all right. This stadium is for everybody except on match days.
On game days, it's going to be an absolute madhouse. The rest of the time, it'll be a place for people to play, eat, drink, shop, and enjoy the best bands and live music anywhere in the world. But for me, honestly, I'm in it for the madhouse.
So when's it going to be ready?
5 years, apparently.
NFL games will come soon after that. And the world's biggest music stars will be heading here too.
I say, Arthur, keep it on your heart. Keep it on your heart until the big unveiling. I say, yeah, well, here it comes.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. This will be a sports stadium and music venue that will claim the sky to claim the city. But it's not high for the sake of high. Because the stadium is big, the engineers said we're going to need some really tall structures to hold up the roof from above. We also need entry points, ventilation shafts, elevators. So our guys said, let's combine the two, make the roof supports do some work, and make them mean something.
I am so excited to be showing you the design before anyone else.
Oh my God.
The reason it's like this is because there were lots of different brickworks here in this part of Birmingham. They all had these amazing brick chimneys, and we were just so inspired by those towers. This stadium will be so tall that it's visible from 40 miles away. This is going to be the beating heart of Birmingham. This stadium is about the future. This is about your generation. This is going to be here for 150 years.
All 4 stands hug the pitch, as close to the action as possible. There's not a bad seat in the house. Behind each goal is a wall of people, as steep as they would let us build it. Striking fear into the competition, we're making this place loud. Sound reflection onto the pitch will create a true home field advantage for the team.
Birmingham's a city of contrasts, and we need to capture that and kind of bottle it and then give it back to the city.
The real VIPs here are Blue Noses, the Birmingham faithful. We're designing the stadium for you. Second to none, the stadium is forged by the past to inspire its future.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fortress, this playground, our brand new stadium will grow out of the ground right here and will be called the Birmingham City Powerhouse Stadium. And work begins right now.
Okay, so we haven't seen it at the time of recording, but the prospect is massive, Brad. Men's, women's and academy all in the same place. As an academy graduate who's made your way through the team, what does that mean to you, the prospect of playing at such an incredible place?
I think it's very important. I always think back to when I was a scholar and a young player. I always used to enjoy training next to the first team, because I think it's about watching them and seeing where you want to be. I think it's always nice as a young player to watch, and then you can take little tips on how they're playing, because ultimately I think you never know when your chance is going to come, and I think it's all about being ready to take that opportunity with both hands. And I think all being on the same site makes it a lot easier, and also the first team staff can look at the young players more easily. So I think it's massive, and obviously the ambitions of the owner and the club in general, the club's only going in one direction.
You're proof of how important the academy is to this club, and being a fan, you'll know how successful it's been in the past. Do you think it's another step in the right direction for that, to be able to see the new stadium when you're training as well?
100%. I think it should only make the academy lads hungrier, because I know, speaking for myself, I want to be here when that new stadium is built, because then I'll have seen the club grow so much. So it should only make everyone involved hungrier to do better and thrive to achieve more.
Tom, you're going to dust off the boots and maybe strap them on for ready for when the stadium's
You
ready?
never know if there's a former players. If I'm still be able to have a run around and kick a ball by then, that would be nice. But I just think you look at the project, the scale of it is enormous, and it's exactly what you expect from the ownership, the Knighthead Group. Everything they've said they're going to do, they've done, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
Well, as we said, we haven't actually, at the time of recording, seen the announcement, seen the stadium yet. It's in 24 hours' time. But we're going to be jumping back into all things the stadium on next week's show and bring you some exclusive thoughts from the bosses here at Birmingham City as well. Brad, of course, a core part of the Goalkeepers Union here. The news this week that Ryan Alsop signed a new contract. What does it mean to the collective, you, James and Mike as well?
I think, firstly, a massive congratulations to Ryan. Massively deserved the way he works every day. I think the Goalkeepers Union has never been stronger, to be honest. I'm so happy to be a part of it. Starting with Mike, obviously the experience he brings to the group as having played at the highest level. And then we've got obviously Rocky, who's got massive experience and a massive part of the game. And obviously Beads is younger, however, has a lot of experience as well. So from my perspective, it's really valuable working with them every day. So I think it's a really strong group. It's funny, we're never serious, but when it's game time, we all want each other to do the best, which I think is the main thing. And we all have the same target, no matter who's in goal on the weekend. It is to get 3 points at the end of the week and get a clean sheet.
Love it, love it.
You're a massive Blue Nose. We were talking off camera. What was it like being in and around that side last year, being in and around the squad as well? Like being a fan, but being part of one of the most successful sides and being part of history. What was it like?
I think it was after reflecting on it, I think it was just so special, even for my family, because they obviously followed us all round. It was very, very special. I think at the time it didn't really set in, for example, Wembley and even getting promoted at Peterborough and just the whole season in general. I think it was a record-breaking season, and that only really clicked for me and sunk in for me after the season finished. But I only look back now with such special memories, and the lads were brilliant with that as well. So it was a really, really, really special year.
Brad, it's worth mentioning as well, you and Dimmy came from the academy and are now in the first team. How was that step from the academy to the first team?
I think it's a vital step to have in your career. I think it teaches you a lot about the game, because I think growing up through the academy, it's very laid back. The importance isn't on winning as much. It's about developing as a player. And I think then when you take this step up to the first team level, I think it changes. Then your mindset has to change to you're working every week now to get 3 points, and there is pressure on people's jobs if you don't perform. So I think it's a little bit of added pressure, but I think your mindset changes on it as well. And I think also it becomes a little bit more enjoyable as well, because when you win, you enjoy it that bit more, and when you when you lose, it hurts that bit more as well. So I think it's a really important step.
What about going from, say 16s and 18s, you're playing every week, you're playing every week and you're excelling every week to get to the position that you've got to now? How do you cope with, I know it's a tight goalkeepers group that you've got, but you're seeing other people play?
I think it's something which I struggled with last year, if I'm being honest. I've been at Birmingham since I was 6, and throughout my whole career I've played week in, week out. So coming up last year to the first team and not getting that regular game time, which was something which I expected, obviously coming into the first team for the first year, I expected. However, I think nothing will prepare you for that. So I think it's about staying grounded, and ultimately you have to work as hard as you can every day, and you want to feel good that you're improving every day. And that all comes from within. And working with Mike. Mike's been brilliant with it, keeping me grounded, making sure that he knows what I need to keep improving, because I'm obviously still young. But it was something I struggled with, the frustrations of not playing. It was the first time in my career, but
because it is different. It is different for that, accepting that you've gone from the number one to a part of a group, and it's about how you encompass that feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's more frustrations than anything, because you've never experienced it before. However, I'm quite glad now, looking back on it, I've experienced it so young, because I think that will only hold me in good stead for my career, because I know that I can deal with that and how to deal with it now. So I think like you say, it's a frustrating part, but the goalkeepers union, as we touched on earlier, that will only help you through it if there's a healthy goalkeepers union as well. And I think it's about supporting everyone around you and taking other people's wins with you, because if, like I was saying earlier, if Beads gets a clean sheet and we win, that means that I feel like I've done a good job as well that week, because we're all in it together.
Strikers are not like that.
No, absolutely not. No, it's evident on the pitch as well, because we've seen Chris Davis hasn't been afraid to make changes in goal as well, and we've seen that's worked as well. So it is evident what you're saying, that you are such a tight-knit group.
Yeah, and I think that on the changes, it's obviously the gaffer makes a decision, and we have to respect that and support him through that. And I think as a goalkeepers union, we all dealt with that very well, and we all supported Ryan when Ryan was in last year. And Bailey was good supporting Ryan, and then this year when the gaffer made the change, nothing changed in our goalkeepers union, and I think that's only a credit to the people who are in that, because obviously there's so many talented footballers out there, but the humans behind it are good people as well. So and that's the main point of a good college union, which you want to be a part of and you want to work with every day.
Absolutely. Tommy, what's the strikers equivalent? As in, would you snatch the ball off someone to take the penalty, or?
I'll answer this. Yes, he would.
I would never snatch it. I'd have told them the day before that I'm on pens.
No, he'd have given him the look. That's what he'd have given.
They'd have got the look.
Who's on pens?
Don't worry about that.
Brad, just finally, obviously it goes out saying that you want to be sort of out there playing, but as a fan from last season, what game would you have most liked to have been in the stands for?
Definitely the Peterborough away one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was in the stands.
And I was.
One of the best nights of his life.
Yeah.
So,
a few Guinness flowing that night.
Yeah. I mean, after that final whistle was carnage, wasn't it? It was brilliant on the pitch, and it looked even better in the stands.
Yeah, it was very good. What about home game?
Probably the one where we lifted the trophy.
Yes.
That was brilliant. That was just goosebumps.
Yeah.
Watching that back is crazy. Or even the Newcastle game.
Oh.
I mean, what a game.
Picking out some good highlights here.
Yeah.
That was a great night, wasn't it? I appreciate that. Thanks for your time, bro. I really appreciate you coming across.
Well, guys, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Now let's switch up gears and talk about the club's heritage ahead of the 150th year anniversary this weekend against Norwich. We sat down with one of my favourite players of all time, Richie.
I can guess who that is.
Maybe my favourite of all time, just above Tommy Mooney. We sat down with him to chat about all things. He's one of the 12 apostles. He's one of our main men. It's Lukas Jutkiewicz.
When I think, the rich history of this football club, potentially up to 1,500 players that have worn our shirt, to be one of those 12 is something that makes me incredibly proud. To be honest, I certainly wouldn't have envisaged that when I walked through the doors all those years ago. That connection between the football club, its community, its fan base. It's a realness, it's an authenticity, it's this is who we are. We're proud of that, and rightfully so. It's a powerful thing to understand who you are and what your values are, and it's something that's evident throughout the football club. We're in it together and we keep right on. Whenever this club has needed its fan base, they've always been there. And there's never a blue nose, there's always a massive blue nose. They're always massive fans. It's part of who they are, it's part of their identity, and you can really feel that when you're playing on the pitch. There's something special about seeing one of your own, stepping foot on that pitch. Having someone that has grown up in the area as a Blues fan, it just provides that extra connection between the fans and the football club. Jude's a shining example of that. He still is to this day. Hopefully we can continue to strive in that area, because I know that it's something that fans want to see. Jeremy Dale has talked about the power of the badge, and it is really powerful within our city, and the Birmingham City Foundation are doing that and continue to do that. It's more than football, it's about changing people's lives, and it's just amazing to see that the club's taking that so seriously. It's going to be quite difficult to move on from there. So many memories that I'll be sad to sort of say goodbye to when we do leave, and that'll be the same for every Birmingham City fan, I've no doubt. As we know that it's the right thing to do commercially for the football club, for the city, for the community. Hope is a huge thing for football fans. I think you want to go to your games and know that there is a bright future for your football club. You want to support the team on the pitch, of course, but know that there's a direction that you can go in. And what's been provided now is absolute clarity. You're getting messages right from the very top from Tom Wagner, and understanding where this club is going, why we're making certain decisions. And it hasn't just been talk, they've put their words into action, and that's all you can want as a football fan. And the sky's the limit, really, for this football club. Jude's the obvious one, but I'd throw Shay Adams in there as well. That's a good one. Michael Kieftenbeld. Michael Morrison was pretty tough. He used to play with a broken nose a couple of times, so yeah, I'll give him that. Do you know what? It might surprise you, but David Davis, we weren't quite sure if he was joking or not, but pretty funny guy. Dykes has had a few outrageous ones, hasn't he? He's had the skinhead, he had the braids, he had some bleached blonde hair. Yeah, I'd have to go with Dykes. Yeah, he's the obvious answer. Possibly Bristol City away, I quite liked. Shay's at Swansea. I mean, that whole second half, he just carried us up the pitch. Remember, down to 10 men, and he just put everyone on his back. I liked the grey away kit, actually. It was like sort of the gunmetal away kit. Would have been 2019-20 kit season. Yeah, I quite like that one. Thanks.
What a man the Duke is. Plenty more of those films coming up in the next couple of months, so stay tuned.
Now, from one legend to another, someone who has certainly played their part in the proud history of the club, it is a pleasure to introduce Malcolm Page. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Malcolm, you've seen, speaking over the last couple of years, the club's been in many different sort of states. Obviously, the one we're in now, it's so progressive and looking forward. What does that mean for you?
Well, it's great. I mean, I really do look forward to the future now. I mean, I know it's been a bit of a grind and a lot of disappointments, and I must admit I think of the fans quite a lot actually, and think, my God, you're very, very brave people sometimes, and but they're fantastic, and they deserve what hopefully the future is looking as if it might become.
What was it like coming to Birmingham the city, and what was it like coming to Birmingham the club in the early 1960s?
Well, if I was just to say slightly different to what it is now, it would be, but very much so. From the the fact that when I came as a 15-year-old, I was in digs in Sheldon area, Birmingham, and used to get the 58 or 60 bus into the thing, and then put out the dressing room attires and things like that for the players and things, clean the boots and stuff. And we genuinely did, and work around the ground and things like that. I remember that it was at the year 63 was an extremely bad winter, and they had these Bunsen burner things all over the pitch to try and get the match to be played because it was frozen hard, and they never managed it, but they tried hard.
And how many was there in your? Because now we see in the academies and the academies of the future, big groups of players. But in the apprentices during your time, how many apprentices was there?
I guess about 12, 15,
right,
something like that.
So a youth team, essentially.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we used to play in. I know Blues beforehand. It had about 6 or 7 teams at one time prior to that, the 60s. But they were down. They had 3 teams on a more professional basis, you could say. But so there was the first team, the reserves played in the combination, and the third team, which is basically the youth teams, played in a league called the Midland Intermediate League, and played different places, around the Midlands mainly and stuff. And so that was, that was my start.
And how did you go from that youth team into, was it Gilmerick who gave you your debut?
It was, yes, 1965. I remember it was, Terry Hennessy was the main man then, and he got injured, and that was my opportunity, really. My debut up at Everton, and that's one of the games, of course, I would remember and never forget.
We always remember our debut, don't we?
So, and I remember it was around about the time when the Sunday People were giving marks out of 10 for players.
Oh, nice.
And we were in the dressing room after the match. We'd drawn. Ronnie Fenton had scored the equaliser. We drew, and we were in the large bath like everybody was in those days, and so. And I was sitting next to Stan Lynn from Aston Villa to Birmingham City. Stan was playing full-back then, and I said to Stan, I said, can't wait to have a look at the Sunday People tomorrow, I said, and see how many points I got.
Do you remember how many points you did get?
No, I can't, but he stopped me short, Stan. He got it right. He stopped me short. He said, don't take any notice of that sort of thing. He said, that's the man there, the manager and the coaches and the club. He said, it's what they want, really, and that's what matters.
Just, I mean, even from an atmosphere perspective, obviously you still come and have seen it over the years as well. Like my granddad had a season ticket in the 50s and 60s, and I always hear stories. But what was it like to play in front of a St Andrews crowd in that time?
A bit frightening, really. That
was just my granddad.
I must say I wasn't the most confident person, to be quite honest with you, and I always thought I was battling away a bit and stuff like that. And you can feel it at times, when you think you've not done too well and you get a few and stuff. But I got the better of that over a period of time and things, and it was a good experience. And what I would say is that it changed my life really, because as I said earlier, when I was leaving school, from a school right out in the wilderness, really, of mid Wales, and all there was sheep farms and all that sort of thing. And what am I going to do? And I had the opportunity of coming to Birmingham and doing that, and going through the process of being an apprentice and working like that. And it gave me the more confidence, and as my career went on, I got more and more confident and did different things, coaching badges, football management badges, and things of that nature, which I did, and it gave me the confidence really, and that's what happened when I finished playing football.
And just finally, we speak about building this week the new stadium.
Yeah.
A new destination, a new home. What do you think? What does that mean for you and for the club as well?
Well, the first thing is, I hope they'll be able to get me a season ticket.
I'm sure we can sort that. Don't worry about that.
But I think from what I hear and read, it sounds a fantastic time coming, and it sounds as if it's going to be a really, really small town in a big town. So there's a lot of I do admire these people now that are and their thoughts and things of that nature, and I think that they tend to be running the football club now in a different era to when I was, but they've got more skills and attributes, I think, and know where they're going to.
Love that. Malcolm, thank you so much for joining us today. I speak on behalf of all of us. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So with Christoph Klarer's contract extension now until 2029, our very own Ellard took a walk and talk with him here at Epic to talk passion, progress and how average isn't accepted.
Well, it's the news that all Blues fans have been looking forward to. Christoph Klarer has signed a new deal, keeping him here at the club until 2029. We're down at the training ground at Epic today to meet the man himself, talk all things his Blues journey, the captaincy and family life. Christoph, here to stay, new long-term contract. Firstly, congratulations, but tell us how that feels to put pen to paper on this new deal.
Yeah, it feels great. Something that I think both sides wanted to get done, and obviously very happy that we can announce it now. A long-term contract that obviously motivates me to work even harder and to really make an impact at this club.
At the raw level, what does being the captain of Birmingham City mean to you?
It's special. I think when you really look at it, for myself as a 25-year-old to be given that responsibility, to have the honour to captain such a massive club at a stage and time where we're really trying to go somewhere is really special, and makes me really proud.
So much is spoken about this project that Birmingham City are going on to sign this deal and of course play the role you do in the club. You must really believe in it. What are the conversations that you have, of course with the manager, but also with those in the ownership group as well?
Of course, that was very important for me, just to have an ownership that's really ambitious, to try and go somewhere. There's a lot of clubs that are surviving. I just being there and being average every year, but average is not accepted anymore at this club, and there's really an ambition behind it. So that was really important for me to speak to the owner and to see what they're actually saying. Things is one thing, but they're actually doing stuff to improve the club and improve us as a football team. And then secondary to get the chance to work on an elite manager is really important for me. Someone that pushes me every day, that makes me better every day. And with 25 years of age, I've still got a lot to learn and things to improve. And so that's two of the main reasons why I decided to stay here for a little bit longer. So you've got to things just to take in what we did last year.
Because that's pretty special. That number,
it is, yeah.
111.
It is.
I think that is one that will always sit so just in the forefront of every fan's memory.
As it should. I think people can obviously talk a lot about how much money we've spent and what we've done and all that. But I think 111 points is incredible, it's special, and it really shows what we did as a football club last year.
Before I let you tuck into your food, you've spoken a lot about family, and it is a family that is growing. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Talk to us a bit about your preparations to become a dad. Yeah,
I think obviously we've got a lot of pressure on us as footballers. You worry about football, you worry about playing well. There's a lot of stress that comes with it, but that news that we got a few months ago really put things into perspective, that there's bigger things than football. So I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously it's going to be challenging, but it's going to be another challenge that I really look forward to, and that's going to be a big moment for us.
Have you spoken to the lads about it? I know a lot of them are parents. What advice have they given you?
Yeah, I think I've obviously we've got a few people in the squad that are parents already, so I think there's been some good advice, some good life advice, some probably bad advice as well, but I'll have to figure it out myself. But like I said, we've got a good group of people in there. They'll generally give you good advice if you ask for it.
And then not long until we see baby Klarer in the academy.
We'll see. We'll see. I think obviously we've got a good women's team here now, so we'll see maybe in a few years whatever she wants to do.
Amazing. Well, Christoph, congratulations once again. You've got so much to look forward to over the course of the next 12 months, and an incredible second half of the season to come, no doubt. Thank you once again for taking your time out of your very busy day to show us around the facilities here at Epic. Should we get stuck in?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
A monumental week for the Blues. Also news on Tuesday, Klarer news on Wednesday, stadium reveal on Thursday, and just a small matter of our 150th anniversary game this weekend against Norwich.
Yeah, it's been an amazing show. Massive thanks to Brad Mayo for joining us today, and a huge thanks to Malcolm Page as well for those amazing memories. Oh, and a massive thanks to Tommy Mooney.
Been a great week, hasn't it? Great time to be involved with the football club.
Yes, absolutely love it. Thank you very much for watching.
Keep right on.